Uh, I have not thought about that before, but now um, I will think about it. Yes, I think it's right because in Dalat, in my hometown, it's always cool
Yeah,
and cold. Yeah, and the characters of the Dalat people, um, they um, yes, maybe they're not friendly like the people who live in Ho Chi Minh City.
of course. Of course. Maybe, for example, when, maybe you actually never thought about it, but when it's sunny, so you like more positive, more energetic. Sometimes we feel like that we are more optimistic. Of course, it's not about me since I like rain, but when it's rain, people, I don't know, are a little bit maybe calm and like they are not really active. Maybe they feel like, okay, less energetic, just, stay somewhere, drink something. So I think it can directly affect. And I like people who live in actually warm places or warm areas, like, for example, I don't know, just countries with sunny weathers and, just with sunny sky, clear sky. So they're always happy. They normally smile and, they try to be friendly. So I like it. But, some other places, like foggy, miserable weather, they don't talk to you. It's not really good. So actually experiences since I've traveled
Yes,
to different, so I can say, yeah. And let me
I
ask you, so
I
I
think
want
about.
about normally, yeah,
Mm.
in general, I want to know about your country. So different, not specific area. I mean, in different cities, for example, Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi. Okay, so tell me about people's attitude towards, for example, tourists or foreigners. They're welcoming, they're happy, or no, they're like, no, like we don't want to have, I don't know, a foreigner in our area. So
I
what?
think Vietnam is a country they uh, they need uh, to um, they need uh, to develop tourism business. And the people they like the foreigner tourist foreigners much. Like me, I want to I um I'd like to help the foreigners, talk to them, and share yeah, talk to them, and even I want to come to invite them to my house to have a meal with us. Yes,
Really?
yes, and I man and my friends also they also like uh, uh, tourists. Yeah, uh,
Yeah.
most of
So interesting.
like tourists.
Yeah, of course. It's like, if you need and, like are two different categories. So sometimes we feel like, okay, we have to and we need tourism. So it's actually due to some financial reasons. So this is something different. But actually, in the other hand, we have our feelings. So we like to actually, I don't know, get familiar with new people and, for example, foreigners. So there are two different things. So you need or you like. So that they are different.
I like. Yeah,
Like is better, of course. Very good. So it's like it's your feeling, what you want to do. I enjoy. But when you need, it's like, okay, just this is something that I should, I have to do due to different reasons. So, yeah, as I told you, people who live in warm countries are friendly, really friendly. Yeah. Okay. Actually, a topic today is not related to the weather. So that is really why I'm asking you about weather. I like this question. I want to ask you my
Well,
first question.
first of all, I
That
want
is,
to talk.
yeah.
First of all, I want to ask why you Georgia's today. You have a
Wow.
colorful. You have a nice
Yeah.
name.
I'm gorgeous, human. I'm gorgeous.
Uh,
Oh, really? Am I?
yeah,
Really? Oh, thank
yeah.
you.
I
Yeah, no.
your the colors of your lip
Lipstick.
and
Yeah,
the
since you know.
colors of nail.
Of course, yeah, of course. I got my nail polish, so this is a new color, maybe for 2 weeks. Since actually, I'm not the one for red or I don't know, but I decided to do it this time. Just I want it, and I did. Just maybe 2 weeks later, I will change it, but I like it now. But why I'm colorful? Maybe because of this, I draw. I wanted to have, I don't know, wear a little red lipstick. Of course, just no
You know,
date.
yeah, look, it it makes you look um active, entertaining,
Ah, yeah,
entertaining,
really?
and
Ah.
energetic.
Oh, energy. So I would do it more and more. Not bad, but I haven't thought about this side. It's good actually. Yeah, red is a good color actually. Yes. Actually, it's maybe makes you feel more like energized. So I think so. But of course, it's not, today I wanted to be a little bit different.
Have a black brows, a black hair, black shirt, yeah,
T-shirt.
a t-shirt,
Yeah.
uh, with
Oh, yeah.
with a red lipstick and nails. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you. Okay, I do it too. I will do it more. So thank you. It was great compliment. Thank you so much. Yeah, I actually haven't thought about this side of it. Just, the first thing that I actually found two words this morning was this black t-shirt. So I was like, yeah, I woke up really early this morning, really early. And I can say that I didn't know it's been 10 hours. So it was 4 a.m., my first class. And now it's about, I can say 10
wow.
to 7 p.m. Yeah, it's 10 to 7 p.m. I'm talking, still talking, but I don't know what happened to me today. I'm happier than always. I don't know why. I have no idea. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Sometimes I don't know. I feel better. I'm in a mood. Yeah. Okay. Well, by the way, thank you. You made me really happy. And of course, you
Yeah,
made the rest of my day. Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
Well, yeah, let me ask you about the most, no, your daily decision. Then I will ask you my next question. So it's like, tell me about decisions that you make every day. So of course, as a mom, as a parent, so you need to make different decisions every day. What decisions you have to make every day?
Yes. Every day I have a list of the tasks I have to do.
Yeah,
Um, and I always make the decision, even the small decision, not very big, but um, mm, it's a daily decision, like what I have to do today, um, who uh, who do I uh, have to call,
yeah,
yeah, and where I have to go
yeah,
and what I have to do. Yeah. Mm,
yeah. Well, we have making decision and doing something, taking action. Which one is more challenging? Maybe which one is more difficult, you think? Making decisions or no, taking actions and doing something? Which one
I
is more challenging?
I think make decisions is more challenging because I
Yeah.
have to think which better I have to do, which better um,
Ah,
I have to choose. Uh,
yes.
uh, yeah, which ways I have to do, which way is better.
Yeah, of course. So it's like you can say, let me share the board. Yeah, of course, maybe the pressure.
Pressure.
So, yeah, of course, that is really important. The pressure of making the right choice.
The right
So
choice.
you need, yeah, that is really important. So it can cause stress. Sometimes you have anxiety and you don't know if you're doing or if you're making right decision or right choice or no. So of course the pressure, this pressure maybe can be stressful for you. Yeah, I do agree. But of course sometimes taking it depends. But yeah, maybe you're afraid of when you want to take action, when doing something you're afraid of failure. Okay, if I can do maybe lack of motivation, okay, I made this decision and I want to do it. But if I am motivated enough, maybe I feel not ready. And this maybe can make me, I don't know, a little nervous, stress. So both of them are can be challenging, have advantage, disadvantage, or for example, positive, negative side, we can say. But I can say that yes, as yeah, you just said, it's like taking action is easier than making decision since you need to think about it. So, but both of them have positive, negative sides. Okay, well, and let's see what we have here. Okay, do you think you have good decision making skills?
I think so.
Yeah, that is really. Why do you think that you have good decision making skills? You are good at decision making. So why?
Because when I share my idea, my opinion to my husband or my friends, they agree with us, and they think that I think that the decisions best, is the best one. Mm,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Sometimes they most of the time they support and they agree with me, agree
yeah.
with decision.
Yeah, of course. And when you think about something, for example, you're going to make a really important decision, do you normally consult others? Like, do you ask for advice? Or for example, do you talk to anyone? Or no, you are the one that makes, who makes decision, and no matter what others say. So do you talk? Do you ask for advice when making important decisions?
Yes, I often share with my husband about my decision. uh,
You're really good, really, really good wife. I never talked to anyone about my decisions. That is not really good. But that is, I don't know, it's not a good habit. So I think sometimes talking to people, so whether your husband or I don't know, someone who uh, is really close to you can be beneficial. You can ask and seek advice, but I'm not the one to talk to people when making decision. Just
yeah,
saying.
I don't. I also don't uh, tell my friends or my parents or my sister about my decision,
Of
but
course, but
I
you
share
share,
more with
yeah, with your husband. That is really important. I think you do the best. Since maybe, of course, two minds, two brains are better than one. So why not? You can share, you can think about risk and benefits together. but actually, I think this is an ability. So sharing and talking, so is an ability that not everyone has. So I think I'm not the one for talking to, I don't even closest person to me about my decisions. That was not good. Well, the first word of this perspective, a particular way of considering something. Simple way, opinion. So, yeah, we have different synonyms, like, the way that you see, the way that you understand something is your perspective. The best, we can say, synonym, point of view or viewpoint. So, or your outlook, your mindset. So,
perspective.
yeah, viewpoint, that is the way you see and understand something. This is your perspective. So, of course, it's different from, for example, other people. So, how to use it? For example, especially we have it a lot in our spectrum. From my perspective, the way that I think, okay, so it means I try to see the situation from different perspectives. This means from different sides to have different understanding. Okay, so this is the way. For example, I ask you, what are the, I don't know, for example, what are the advantages and disadvantages of, I don't know, using technology in our everyday life? You say, from my perspective, the way that I see, the way that I understand, there are lots of benefits and, of course, negative sides. So this is the way that, and tell me, what is your perspective on life? I want to know if your perspective on life has changed or no.
Mm, from my perspective is not good to your
So for
perspective
example,
on life.
yeah, I want to know if
I
it
think
changed.
change. It can be changed in different um, in different time.
Yeah, of course.
At this time, I think about it like this, but another times I have to change. I have to change my
Yeah,
perspective.
of course. So especially after some specific points in your life, you can find different perspective, different understanding in life about life. So it's like, for example, when you travel all around the world, when you talk to people from different cultures, so it can gives you different perspective on life. So you feel like, yeah, it's totally different from what I thought before or I used to think. So perspective, from my perspective, could you read it?
From my perspective, it's not good. It's not a good idea to buy a house right now. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and the next one, that is valid. Could you read it, please?
Valid, based on truth or reason, able to be accepted
Yeah.
based on the truth and
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, we can say that acceptable. Yeah.
Acceptable.
Something, yeah, of course, when something is valid, for example, you know that your password is not valid. It means it's not acceptable. So what, yeah, of course, we normally use this. So something that is recognized as correct and acceptable is valid. So for example, I don't know, your passport, okay, is still valid for example, 6 months. Okay, so this way. So valid is something that is recognized as correct and acceptable.
Yes.
Yeah, so why this decision was risky? It was the only
Uh,
valid, yeah?
Valid.
Yeah,
Acceptable.
of course.
Acceptable.
Yeah.
Not
But let me give you two synonyms. I want to give you reasonable, acceptable. Reasonable is synonym, for example, and you can say something that is legal. Again, for example, legal. Another valid, legal. So reasonable, acceptable, logical. So,
legal.
wow. Okay. So, for example, it was the only valid choice we could think of. Yeah, yes, no, you need to consider.
Why the decision was risky? It was the only valid choice we could think of.
Yeah,
Why the decision was risky? It was the only valid choice we could think of.
yeah, it was only reasonable, acceptable choice we could think of. This is the meaning of valid. And we can use it as an adjective. Well, and the next one. Oh, for example, I'll just let me say something before we talk about this word. So about valid, for example, you're talking about something and I say that, okay, for example, what you're saying or your argument is valid, but I disagree. It means it's acceptable. So I want to say that you can use this word in different, maybe content. So everything that can be considered as acceptable, so in general term or more specific, can be valid. So for example, yeah, your argument is valid, but I still disagree, like, with you, like this. It means it's acceptable, but I disagree. Well, and this one, rational, okay? This word, could you read it, please?
Rational.
Again, means reasonable, logical, rational, of course.
And reason. Maybe it's the same meaning with valid, rational.
Maybe somehow, not exactly, yeah. We can say, for example, if I want to, yeah, sensible is really good synonym. Logical, and so when we say valid, listen, valid is like legal, acceptable and legal, of course, reasonable in some context, but when we say rational, logical, and sensible, yeah, reasonable, of course, again, if you use it as acceptable, yes. She is here. A rational person. I use the synonym intelligence for her here. Since you are talking, so this one can be, or we have another, for example, when we talk about a person, analytical, someone who can analyze everything. Yeah, so analytical or intelligent. For people, you can use it this way. Someone who uses reason for everything. So we know, like, for example, logic for everything. So that is the meaning of rational. Yeah. She is, could you read it, please?
Yes. She is such a rational person that the whole group trusts her for every decision.
Yeah.
She is such a rational person that the
It's
whole
not
group
Ray. It's not Ray. Rational. Rational. It's not Ray.
Ray.
Rational. No,
Rational.
Ray, no. Yeah, rational. Yeah, rational. Of
Yes.
course.
She is such a rational person that the whole group trusts her every decision. Maybe she's very intelligent and she have a good at she's good at analytical skill.
Of course.
She has
No, analytical. This one, analytical is an adjective. She's really good at analyzing issues. Yeah, analyzing. So you need to. But she is analytical and she's good at analyzing.
Yes. Yes, I understand. She is analytical and she has a good analyzing.
Of course, skills, analyzing skills, of course.
Analyzing skill, yes.
Yeah, of course, analyzing skills. Well, and as you can see, it's not only about people. Your explanation was completely rational. So this is another, it means it was really acceptable. So this way you can use it. Why not? Okay. And this one, yeah, internalize, of course. I tend to internalize all the people's valid advice before making an important decision. So, to accept or observe an idea. Yeah. It means to observe. Yeah. It means to accept it as your belief. Yeah.
To accept and certain idea, opinion, belief.
Yeah.
So that it becomes part of your character.
Yeah. Like to adopt, accept. So synonym like adopt, and accept. So they are synonyms, yeah. But they can, actually this word can have different meaning as well. So we have like absorb idea, the first meaning that we have here. So the first synonym and the first meaning that is, and you can actually use it as keeping emotion inside instead of expressing them. For example, when I keep my emotion inside, okay, instead of expressing, okay, I can use internalize. For example, I always internalize my stress rather than talk about. So this is another meaning of it that we normally use it as a verb. So let me write it. This one is good. So to keep emotion or feelings inside instead of expressing them. For example, I always internalize, so that is really important.
To keep emotion or feeling inside instead of express them.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
internalize my stress rather
Of
than
course.
talk about it. I talk
Since
internalize.
I always do this, because of this, I always internalize my feeling. Like, for example, sometimes when I'm laughing, I'm really angry or sad or upset, depressed sometimes, but I always keep my feeling inside. I don't express, I don't show, just like, like pretending. That was not bad sometimes. So internalize, to accept, to absorb belief and opinion. And the second meaning that can be this one. So here, absorb ideas. Here,
I tend to
absorb.
internalize other people's valid advice before making an important decision. Absorb ideas. Yes, I tend to internalize.
Yeah,
Absorb idea. Others.
of course. Well,
Okay.
and this one, full, quite full. That is actually the suffix to make something like adjective, to make an adjective. Now, insightful, showing a clear and usually original understanding of a complicated problem or situation. So I say having a deep understanding. When I have, so that is the meaning of, for example, if I am insightful, it means I can think differently about problems. Since I have a deep, having deep understanding. So I can understand every detail, every aspect of an issue. So I can say that, for example, deep or thoughtful, yeah, insightful can
Thoughtful.
be, yeah, I
Thoughtful.
think thoughtful can be good. Yeah, thoughtful, deep,
Deep. Yes. Deep thought.
yeah, of course, deep. Having deep understanding. That is really, it can be, for example, I don't know, about an issue, problem to see it in different way. So,
Showing a clear and usually original understanding of the complicated problem or situation.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
She always
example,
gives me
yeah,
insightful solution to my relationship problems. She always gives me insightful solution. Yeah.
yeah, of course. For example, actually, I recently read a book, and this book, I can say that this book offers an insightful perspective on human life, on success. So it offers an insightful perspective on something. For example, the book offers an insightful perspective on human life and success.
The books offer an insightful,
Insightful
insightful. We stress
perspective.
in the second syllable. Stress.
Insight, the second. Insightful, the second. Insightful.
Insightful.
Yeah,
Yes.
insightful.
Yeah. The book offers an insightful perspective on human life and success. Uh, human life, yes. Exercise.
Yeah. And
I think you have insightful. Uh, um, yes, I think you're an insightful teacher.
ah,
Because you
thank
understand,
you.
you understand your
Yeah.
student.
Because why do you think that I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay. Wow. Why?
You
Wow.
are
So why do you
an
think this way?
person. Yeah, you are an
Yeah.
insightful woman. Um,
Yeah.
yes, because uh, I believe you about your thought.
Ah,
I like to uh, the way you think uh, eh, about us. Um, everything. I think
ah.
you
Yeah, you're I will cry.
I
You're making me cry today. Today you yeah, thank you so much. I'm really happy to hear all these words from you. So that is really good to actually that you have actually this belief and this thought about me. Thank you so much. It makes me really happy. It's
Mm,
nice of you. You're so kind.
yes.
Oh, I want to cry now. Yeah.
I just
Yeah, crazy.
as I just talked what I can see.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Grace, like you know, I think every woman, I think women have different ability. So it's like, yeah, when it comes to men and women, maybe we are not talking about actually, we shouldn't talk about genders, for example, like, if this one men or woman. But I feel like that women, since they can actually give birth, they can raise, for example, another person in a perfect way. So I think all the women, so I mean every woman has different ability. So they can be the strongest person in the world, people, and at the same time, maybe the most like, I don't know, delicate or maybe the weakest at the same time. So that is really interesting characteristic of women. So I think, so yeah, they think every woman thinks deeply and has different perspective on issues and problem from men. So because of this, normally men can't understand what we say or what we do. Of course
Mm,
not. So this is something in general for maybe it's like a gift to
yeah.
women. And this one, objectively, in a way that is based on fact and not influenced by personal belief or feeling. So this is, as you can see, an adverb objectively, and yeah, we can say in an unbiased way, fair. So when it comes to feeling, maybe our decisions will actually are affected by our emotion. So maybe they can be a little biased. But if something, for example, is done or is made objectively, it means in a fair and unbiased way. Yeah, this way, actually, this is, yeah, based on fact. So tell me, have you ever made a decision based on your feeling and then you regret it? Have you ever made a decision based on your feeling and you knew that, okay, my feeling, my emotion actually like is interfering my decision, but I make it and then you regret it? Have you ever experienced it?
Yes, I think I can. I can understand someone, or I can't make decision objectively. Um,
So I want to know if you have ever made a decision based on your feeling, not objectively.
yes, I don't put my feelings well in my decision. I always think for other people, the benefit for everyone. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't think for myself.
yeah,
Just
of course.
myself. I yeah.
Yeah, of
Mm,
course. And as you can see, we have another word that is the opposite. So subjectively, that is opposite of objectively. So that is based on personal feeling. So
yeah.
subjectively based on personal feeling or emotion. So yeah, we try. So we've never done, and yeah, we try to make decisions, but it's really difficult, especially when it comes to our children. It's a little difficult to be like, I don't know, fair. Sometimes we consider their benefits more than other people. So I feel, yeah, I have, of course, I'm talking about myself. So it's like when you are mother, so it's a little difficult to be objective and to make decisions objectively rather than subjectively all the time. So especially when it comes to your kids, like you feel like that, yeah, maybe time since we have strong emotions, so it's a little difficult. But if you can, that's perfect. Okay, let's use that. So let's see.
Mm-hmm. Perspective. Um, I when I was a little child, now when I was young, my perspective uh, is um, I prefer to my my perspective is um, mm, I mean I prefer to live in the uh, foreign country, in other country, because um, I my parents don't like Vietnam or the government of Vietnam. So all of my family want to go to live abroad. Um, but now my uh, perspective change. Uh, I uh, I uh, I think I should stay and live in Vietnam.
I'm sorry. I was like, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You can have a drink, a little water.
No, I'm okay now. Thank you. I'm sorry. It was, I don't know what happened. Sorry, I interrupted you. So, in the past, you used to have another perspective on life and on immigration, like, going and travel and maybe migrating to another country, since your family believe that actually your benefit was to immigrate to another country to live. But of course, after years, step by step, this perspective was changed. Like, you decided to stay and you decided to live in your country. So you can use used to. It used to be different. So I like the structure when talking about past habits, or I don't know. We can use it for, like, uh, action, non-action verbs. So I like it. So it used to be different. Yeah. Now tell me, which one? So your belief in the past. So you still feel like, it's better to stay in your country and maybe build and make your life in another way, or no, you feel like that, no, maybe I should have immigrated, but I didn't. So what do you think?
I think if I tried to immigrate in other countries, I can do it.
Yeah.
But
But you don't want.
yes, but I don't want it anymore because I want to live in my motherland.
Of
I
course.
I can speak my language, my own
Of
language.
course. Of
I can
course.
um, eat Vietnamese food. Um,
Yeah, of
and
course.
I think I'm suitable to live in Vietnam or in Vietnam rather than
Yeah.
living in other country.
Yeah, like, this lifestyle and living in your country suits you. Of course, I do agree, definitely agree with you. Nothing is better than living in your actually country, home, homeland, home country, and talking in your mother tongue. So nothing is better. So, and being with people who have the same culture as you, so that's perfect. Of course, you can, so whenever you feel like that you want, you can easily immigrate to another country. But why? So what is the reason? When you're successful, you're happy. So why do you need? I do agree with you, definitely. Yeah. And
Valid.
well,
Mhm. Mm, if I get home late at night, I have to provide a valid excuse. Uh, yes,
Grace.
and yeah, when I was child, and now I also ask my children to have a valid excuse if they um, get home late.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. That was, yeah. You used to be, yeah, I remember in the past. Yeah. Of course. That's now still. So, of course, now you're married, but about your kids, the same. So, yeah, we need a valid excuse. And I remember, yeah. And rational.
Rational. Mm, I like it to listen to the uh, um, talk shows.
Of course.
Um, uh, because on the TV I can listen to uh, many rational expert.
Yeah. Yeah, of
And
course. It's like,
I can learn, listen and learn from the rational experts. Rational experts.
so let me say, first of all, you like watching reality shows or, for example, talk shows. Okay, of course, since there are lots of, you can say, in white, rational people or expert that actually, I don't know, talk in a logical way, reasonable ways. So of course you can say rational. Yeah, rational person. But about, for example, so first of all, shows, when you say show, it's better to use the word watch. And when you like doing something you enjoy, it's better to use ing. I like watching. I like to watch. It means I like to, for example, do it, but it's not something that I enjoy doing. Like, for example, I watch it every day and I enjoy it. So I like watching. But I like to watch, I really want to watch since I like to do it. So they're slightly different. So here we can say, yeah, rational person is logical person, reasonable. Yeah,
Yes,
of
I like
course.
to watch. I like to watch. Um, uh, uh, my husband decision. My husband decisions is always rational.
Yeah. Yeah. Your
Or
husband always make rational decisions. Yeah.
or my husband is rational than me. Is okay?
It's good, but you can say, for example, my husband is analytical, that is analytical thinker. Or, yeah, this one is better.
Okay.
More logical than me.
I'm more logical than me. Yeah.
This one is better.
More logical than me.
Yeah. Or he is analytical thinker more than me. Like, you know. Of course, you can say a rational person, but I don't know, maybe different words. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And internalize.
Internalize. Uh, Before making decision, we should internalize others' opinion.
Very good. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And insightful.
Yes. When I have a problem with in my relationship, I often come to um, I have to come to my mom. She always give me insightful uh, uh, insightful advice
Of
for
course.
my
Yeah,
problem.
of course. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Very
Auditive,
good.
auditively.
Yeah.
Mm, auditively mean uh, in the class, uh, the teachers uh, um, should be make decision
Of course.
should to make decision objectively.
Of course.
Oh.
Definitely, yes, of course. Rather than, yeah, subjectively, of course. Very good. Well, and now let's see. Let me share the video. Just one moment. Okay. Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang theory. What would
Ah,
you do if you were in the same situation as the character were? Have you ever been in the same similar situations before? Do you think
yeah.
you make the right choices in those situations?
Well, so let's see. Okay, the Big Bang Theory. So what is this? Yeah. Let's watch a video. So origins of the universe. So let me see. The beginning of everything. I think this one is good. One moment. I think.
On and is not infinite. The beginning of everything, the Big Bang. The idea that the universe was suddenly born and is not infinite. Up to the middle of the 20th century, most scientists thought of the universe as infinite and ageless. Until Einstein's theory of relativity gave us a better understanding of gravity, and Edwin Hubble discovered that galaxies are moving apart from one another in a way that fits previous predictions. In 1964, by accident, cosmic background radiation was discovered, a relic of the early universe, which together with other observational evidence made the Big Bang the accepted theory in science. Since then, improved technology like the Hubble telescope has given us a pretty good picture of the Big Bang and the structure of the cosmos. Recent observations even seem to suggest that the expansion of the universe is accelerating. But how did this Big Bang work? How can something come from nothing? Let's explore what we know. We can ignore the beginning part for now. First of all, the Big Bang was not an explosion. It was all space, stretching everywhere, all at once. The universe started very, very, very small and quickly expanded to the size of a football. The universe didn't expand into anything, space was just expanding into itself. The universe cannot expand into anything because the universe has no borders. There is, by definition, no outside the universe. The universe is all there is. In this hot, dense environment, energy manifested itself in particles that existed only for the tiniest glimpses of time. From gluons, pairs of quarks were created, which destroyed one another, perhaps after giving off more gluons. These found other short-lived quarks to interact with, forming new quark pairs and gluons again. Matter and energy were not just theoretically equivalent, it was so hot, they were practically the same stuff. Somewhere around this time, matter won over antimatter. Today, we're left with almost all matter and nearly no antimatter at all. Somehow, 1,000,001 matter particles were formed for every 1,000,000,000 particles of antimatter. Instead of one massive ultimate force in the universe, there were now several refined versions of it acting under different rules. By now, the universe has stretched to 1,000,000,000 kilometers in diameter, which leads to a decrease in temperature. The cycle of quarks being born and converted back to energy suddenly stops. From now on, we work with what we have. Quarks begin forming new particles, hadrons, like protons and neutrons. There are many, many combinations of quarks that can form all sorts of hadrons, but only very few are reasonably stable for any length of time. Please take a moment to appreciate that by now, only 1 second has passed since the beginning of everything. The universe, which has grown to 100 billion kilometers, is now cold enough to allow most of the neutrons to decay into protons and form the first atom, hydrogen. Imagine the universe at this point as an extremely hot soup, 10 billion degrees Celsius, filled with countless particles and energy. Over the next few minutes, things cooled and settled down very fast. Atoms formed out of hadrons and electrons, making for a stable and electrically neutral environment. Some call this period the Dark Age, because there were no stars and the hydrogen gas didn't allow visible light to move around. But what's the meaning of visible light anyway, when there's nothing alive yet that could have eyes? When the hydrogen gas clumped together after millions of years and gravity put it under great pressure, stars and galaxies began to form. Their radiation dissolved the stable hydrogen gas into a plasma that still permeates the universe today and allows visible light to pass. Finally, there was light. Okay, but what about the part we didn't talk about? What happened right at the beginning? This part can be defined as the Big Bang. We don't know at all what happened here. At this point, our tools break down. Natural laws stop making sense. Time itself becomes wibbly-wobbly. To understand what happened here, we need a theory that unifies Einstein's relativity and quantum mechanics, something countless scientists are working on right now. But this leaves us with lots of unanswered questions. Were there universes before our own? Is this the first and only universe? What started the Big Bang, or did it just occur naturally based on laws we don't understand yet? We don't know, and maybe we never will. But what we do know is that the universe as we know it started here and gave birth to particles, galaxies, stars, the Earth, and you. Since we ourselves are made of dead stars, we are not separate from the universe. We are part of it. You could even say that we are the universe's way of experiencing itself. So let's keep on experiencing it until there are no more questions to ask.
Oh, I can't have any idea about that. Oh, I'm really happy that I'm not a scientist. What is that? I was so confused. What do you think about Big Bang? Oh, where does galaxy universe come from? Really, it's so different. So it's like it's really confusing. For example, I don't know, what is that? Yeah. So what do you think about Big Bang Theory? So since we're going to actually, make connection between Big Bang and some questions.
I don't understand all the video.
Ah, really? You didn't catch? Oh, it's okay. So let me make it simpler, and then I will ask you, since we have some questions that actually we're going to talk, we have another video to watch. So I want you to know the definition of Big Bang. Actually, this is a theory, of course, scientific a theory about the origin of the universe, the world. For example, this theory says the universe began, I don't know, many years ago, maybe billion years ago. And what happened? It was extremely hot, okay? And actually, it has been expanding. So because of this, for example, now, like, for example, this world, the universe was, for example, actually this size, and step by step, actually it has been expanding. Because of this, now it's been colder and colder. And we are a part of this universe. It's not that, for example, there is no outside of the universe. There is no limits. So we can say out of. So all over us is universe. So this is the meaning of Big Bang. And what is this? For example, the origin, the beginning of actually the universe, it was like a temperature. Then suddenly everything happens. And after that, step by step, this universe expanded. And now we have, for example, our current universe like this. And of course, expanding. So this is the meaning of Big Bang. Yeah. I don't know. It's really, of course, confusing. So it's better not to think about it. Okay. Let me, show you something else. Maybe this can be, okay. So
the Big Bang theory is a connection with our lesson. What is it?
I will show you. Just wait a moment. I can
Big Bang
find,
Theory.
I could find the video. So if I can find it, okay. So, okay. Let's see. I think this one can be helpful if I can. Okay. Let's see. Look.
Something's going on with Bernadette. Did she say anything to you?
Let me turn the subtitle on.
Come on, be honest.
Look.
Hey. Oh, hello. Something's going on with Bernadette. Did she say anything to you? Nope, not a word. Come on, be honest. Did you tell her I tried her breast pump? No, but I did mention it to my therapist. I know she's mad at me about something. Oh, what have you done that would upset her? Oh, gosh, how much time do you have? I can just start with the worst thing. Let's see. Okay, here we go. 6 years ago, I got a call that Bernie's great aunt Trixie died. And? Oh, I forgot to give her the message. Terrible. The terrible part is ever since then, I've been sending Bernie Christmas cards from Trixie. Word. Let me finish. And one card had $5 in it I took from Bernie's purse. Hey, how's it going?
Fine.
Good. Love you.
Love you too.
Love you more.
Okay, you won. Can I finish what I'm doing?
Sure. All right.
Something on your mind?
No, nothing. Okay, well, maybe I'm just feeling like something's bothering you.
Nope, all good.
Prove it. Make love to me right now on the kitchen floor.
No, what is wrong with you?
Aha, you are upset. I don't know a lot about women, but I know I upset them.
Howard, I'm sorry if I'm being weird, but it has nothing to do with you.
It doesn't?
No. Didn't want to tell you, but having a really tough time about going back to work.
Oh. Okay, well, I get that. It was hard for me when I went back.
Wise?
Of course, I missed you and the baby and being able to watch Ellen every day.
I just don't know what the right thing to do is. If I go back to work, I'm abandoning Hallie. If I don't go, I'm giving up everything I worked for. It's like there's no right choice.
Look, I don't know what the best decision is either. But whatever we choose, if we're not happy, we can undo it.
Guys.
And the best part is Hallie won't remember a thing. Babies are cute, but they're dumb. I go like this, she thinks I'm gone, then magically I'm back. Honestly, why are we saving for college?
Not crazy about you calling her baby dumb.
Well, she gets it from me. Speaking of which, I have some news about your Aunt Trixie.
Well, now let's see. Let me talk about actually the relationship. You say, okay, what, how they are maybe related. First of all, there is no, see, when we say Big Bang Theory, there is no scientific relation here. Okay, nothing. Just let's see. According to Big Bang, okay, everything has the beginning moment. Yeah. For example, if we know the beginning and maybe the base of the problem, we can make better decisions, right?
Yes.
So this is actually, let me share you. Okay. Back. Okay. Here. the first one, for example, okay, it's, I don't know, goes to 5 years, 6 years ago. So we have moments, as we just actually watched in a video, like, for example, in Big Bang Theory, there is the beginning. Okay, so Big Bang marks the beginning of the universe, and actually making a decision can often feel like actually the beginning, the creation, and the new direction, of course. So if it comes to a problem, we should know the base of it, the beginning. Then we can make better decision. If no, it's like that we are creating something. So decision making is like to creating something, to making something new. And then, of course, we have, according to Big Bang, we have growth, expansion. What is that? For example, as we just watched in video, so universe actually has expanded, and still being expanded. So that is really important. And we have the same thing. So actually, when making a decision, we can say that the consequences and the impact, okay, of what we are making now can expand. So this is another. So let me write growth and impact of, yeah, for example, consequences. So they can, and the next one, we talked about risks. So for example, when we say Big Bang, of course, we are talking about doubt, complexity. Nothing is sure, is definite. So for example, we know that, okay, we have a theory, and according to it, I don't know, it's based on uncertainty. It's not certain. Now, when it comes to decision making, again, actually, we are in a complex situation. Nothing so complex situation with actually uncertainty. We are not sure about everything. So again, we can say that we should be careful about our choices can lead to maybe, I don't know, complexity or clarity. So if we want to apply Big Bang, okay, to decision making, we have start point, we have expanding impact, and we have, of course, like adopting. So this is the connection, the relation between Big Bang Theory and making decision. Get it?
It's difficult to understand.
Of course, you don't need. So it means Big Bang Theory, okay, is starting point. Means starting something new. Exactly like, making decision and creating something new. They're the same, like this. Simple way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we say, actually, you don't know.
Yes.
Let me say something. You are making a decision. Imagine that you have a box, okay? And you have no idea about inside this box. You know the beginning, and then you open it and you see the consequences. Now, if you know the beginning, the start of it, like Big Bang, okay, we know that, for example, universe started, beginning of the universe was, for example, a point. It was actually hot temperature, and step by step it expanded, and now we have the current universe. Now, if we know that every decision, every moment has actually initial the beginning, then it grows and it has some complex, maybe, I don't know, maybe clear or complex consequences, then we can make better decisions like this. Justice.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, of course. It's a little, yeah, of course, a little, I don't know, complex, but it's okay. Well, and now let's see. Okay. You should make a choice at random and hope for the best when it comes to important decision. So what do you think about this? Is it true, you think? You should make a choice at random and hope for the best when it comes to important decisions? Or no, you're sorting out pros and cons, when you compare options. So as we just talked, you should know the start and you should think about consequences. So you should make a choice at random and hope for the best when it comes to important decisions, or no?
I don't
Definitely
make
no.
random. I do my best.
Definitely no. Yeah,
Yes.
of course. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorting out pros and cons when you compare options can help you decide better. Advantages, disadvantages, negative, positive point. So of course, true. Yeah. You should think far ahead when making an important choice.
Yes.
Of course, yes. And the 2 minutes, okay, diversion can only help you to relax before making a decision. So we didn't watch the video, so it's like, yeah, 2 minutes can be maybe. And giving other people advice is easier than, of course.
Giving
So what do you think?
Other people advice easy. Yes, yes.
Definitely yes. Definitely yes. It's really easy. So it's like, we give you some theories like, okay, this is better. But when it comes to you and what you can do, of course, no one can. Well, I will send you another video so it can be helpful. So I will send you later. If you have time, you can watch it. Let's have this question. Let's see them. Describe the toughest decision you've made in your life. You should say, this is IELTS speaking part 2. When and where it happened, how it happened, who helped you make that decision, and how you felt about that decision. So you should think about this question. You can write your answer.
Yes.
So, toughest decision you've made in your life. About the worst decision you've made in your life. The hardest, the worst. And this question, do you tend to blame others for your bad choices? No. Yeah, you do? Do you tend to blame? Really?
Sometimes.
Really? Really? You made me choose, yeah.
I always talk to my daughter about that. Yeah,
Oh,
she tend to blame to others.
oh, really? I know. Of course, it's really normal, especially for kids. And do you
Yes.
know anyone who is good at making decisions? So your husband, you said that, he, of course, analytical thinker. And are you easily affected by outside factors when making a decision?
Yes.
So you should think about, I think it's better to think about, and these 2 questions, since, the beginning of the next session, we will talk the worst. Yeah, the worst decision is when you make no decision at all. And to what extent do you agree or disagree with this opinion? From your perspective, should the husband always make decision in a family? No. No. Why? Why? Yes. We can, make decisions together.
Our older decision, and he has own. He do.
Yeah.
Yes, he made his older decision, and we have our own.
So you follow?
No,
So
I
he
mean that.
made
No. I mean that we, everyone, have
together,
the
of course.
responsible to make our own decision.
Of course. I definitely agree with you. So that's exactly the same as I think. Yeah, of course, everyone can make decision. Then, of course, you can share. You can think about, for example, different sides and aspects of your decision and choose the best and make the best one. Well, so let's skip this one since we have no time to talk about it more. But it's better you think about it at home. And then, of course, we will have your answers. If you have time, it's better to write and send your answer. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. It was a good time with you. Have a great day and
Yes,
see you. Bye.
yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the
Thank
rest
you.
of your day. Yeah.
Of course. Of course. And you have a brilliant, good day. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.